two huge teams going in absolutely different directions in Major League Baseball. One, make it 11 in a row for the Dodgers.
Padres a gallon short. The 0-1. Fly ball to deep left field. That one is on its way, and it is gone. A home run. Austin Barnes' first home run of the year. And the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. Evan Phillips to Willie Adames, and here it comes. And down he goes. Swung on and missed, strike three. The Dodgers have won 11 straight. Phillips saves his 18th. The Dodgers' 12th shutout of the year.
Charlie Steiner, AM 570 on the call. The home run on the anniversary of his last home run. So, this day every year, you got to put him in the lineup.
Yeah, every day he's going to go. His first home run in 125 at-bats.
Is he playing? Yeah, it's Austin, that Austin Barnes Day. Yesterday is Austin Barnes Day.
Does he have a bobblehead night next year for this? So he didn't get the hat trick
on that night. Yeah, because he always.
Look, if they can rush a Joe Kelly mariachi jacket bobblehead into production after he gets reacquired by the Dodgers, they've got a long lead here. You got a full year.
Yeah, but I got to ask you, did they rush it into production or did they just have so many left over? They said, let's hold on to it. You never know. We may get him back at some point, and if we we can have a bobblehead day. I think it was pretty fast turnaround.
I just remember how fast we were able to make mine all those years ago. So, I mean, it can be done. It can be processed. But just a crazy night, right? 1-0, a team that the surge here in Los Angeles, it's just a fever pitch again, right? Beyond the Lakers are going to play the Nuggets. See, I got football on the brain.
Sure. Play the Broncos.
Going to play. Well, I mean, look,
get a new look at that Sean Payton offense. Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
But the Nuggets on opening night, that was a big deal. But this is just a ridiculous run that we are watching, experiencing. You got guys getting healthy, guys getting right as you get into winning time.
Now, I'll give you a hot take about the Dodgers.
Yeah, let's go.
About this season for you. Superbly versatile, all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz, impressively techy, and surprisingly roomy with available seating for up to 7. The vehicle is all-electric. Vehicle is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQB. That's mbusa.com/EQB. This is the most impressive regular season the Dodgers have had in their run of the past decade plus, and it's not even close. This is the most impressive season they have had because this is their least talented team, and they're still 20 games plus over 500. They're still running away with the NL West. The other teams have to be saying, what the hell do we have to do? The Dodgers didn't sign anybody in the yard. They didn't go get Ohtani. They didn't go back and reacquire Scherzer. They didn't get Verlander. Didn't do anybody. They got starting pitching questions. They got all kinds of things, and here they are, over 20 games over 500 again.
Well, they're only for the offensive side of things. I mean, you got two guys that would be headline any superhero franchise. Right, and Freeman and Betts. So you get that. You get Martinez. You're only 24 runs scored fewer than Atlanta, who we talked about as this juggernaut. The big thing is that you've been able to manage all this and, look, the ebb and flow of things, and we always talk about Dave Robertson in situations, pulling pitchers, whatever, but he's pulling the strings, right? Because they're middle of the pack in Major League Baseball as far as team ERA, and they've had to navigate with a lot of injuries to their big starters. And then you go and get Lance Lynn in Chicago, bad culture. We've heard a million other. I'm a White Sox guy, South Side Chicago, for those unawares. So I've watched the pain of that squad. Well, you get him out of there, suddenly he's a Cy Young candidate. He's lowered his season ERA by 1.5, 4-0, 5 strikeouts per walk. All of these things pitch into a 1.44 ERA, and he's an innings eater, which means you're taxing that bullpen less. And with Clayton Kershaw coming back, I know he didn't have a massive inning start, but you look at what he's done in his 2 starts coming back, all of a sudden you start getting that momentum rolling towards the playoffs, and there's a lot of intrigue. So I get your point, right, that they didn't go and shine any big, sign any big, shiny big-ticket items in the offseason, but they had a pretty good base from which to build.
Well, look, their base is, you talk about Betts and Freeman, at the top of the order. And for all the talk about the Braves and, well, Acuna and Olsen, who's the MVP there, the Braves got 8 All-Stars, okay? They got All-Stars up and down the line.
But, I mean, that's also
right?
a tag team match to headline the next WrestleMania.
So,
I mean, when you get down to it.
It's a lot of pressure on Betts and Freeman, but they're always on base. And they set the table for the next 2 batters in the order. Look, you got Will Smith, who's an all-star, and you have Max Muncy, who's going to hit 40 home runs, knock in 100 runs, and hit 197.
Good for him.
After that,
throwback, baby.
After that, the lineup sort of, but still, you get clutch hits from Outman. Kike Hernandez has been really good since they got him. The Dodgers starting pitching has not been great. They haven't had a starter go 8 innings all year. You're depending on Lance Lynn. Kershaw's coming back. You're hoping. Walker Buehler comes back. You're hoping. The bullpen was awful for a long time. Then what happened? They went on a month run where their ERA was 1.5. And you're saying to yourself, what the hell is it? What the hell is it? This is the most impressive season they've had. And it should wind up being Dodgers, Braves, NLCS. But right now with this team, that when you want to compare the talent to the top talent in Major League Baseball, other teams are above them. All right, the Dodgers are, okay, at the very top you're talking about Kershaw, Freeman, Betts, all right. Then it really falls off because other teams have much more depth. And I honestly thought this is where the Dodgers were waiting to go in at the deadline. They didn't spend this offseason, which turned out to be the smartest move, because every year they spend money. They realized last year we won 110 games, didn't even get us to the NLCS. So what do we do this year? We have a good team that can stay in contention, and we'll go buy at the deadline. And they went out and got nice little pieces at the deadline to come in and fortify where they had. I thought they had that big move coming, but obviously you saw Rodriguez didn't want to make no, I don't want to go play for the Dodgers. You don't want to play for the Dodgers? No, I want to stay with Detroit. Good luck. So that was the big move they had to fortify the starting pitching. It didn't work out, and still it doesn't matter. This is I can't get over how impressive this is.
Discipline at the plate as well, because you know what they do?
They get on base.
496 walks to lead Major League Baseball. Let's go. Get them on, get them over, get them in. New day and age in Major League Baseball.
Do you want me to talk again? When I snap and point to you, I want you to say anything. Now, the flip side of this, the flip side of the Dodgers are the Yankees.
Yeah.
Where they are sitting at something at a place where they have not been in 28 years. Going into tonight, they are 60-61. This is the latest in a season they've been under 500 since 1995. Right, now, first of all, this explains and points to the excellence they have had in the last 28 years where, they're under 500 now.
Pretty good run.
Season,
yeah.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
Now, what happened in 95? 95, they were bad. Then 96 was Jeter and Pettit and Bernie Williams and World Series. And then 2 years later, World Series again and World Series again. So you see the excellence. But this team is just, I'm surprised they're still hovering around 500 because you are going to see the big, I would say the golden ticket of the offseason, not the golden sombrero. You're going to see the golden ticket of the offseason for the Yankees. Is that
so the Willy Wonka golden ticket coming up.
Going into next year, it's going to be a new GM, a new manager, and loads of new players.
I got a golden ticket.
That's how it's going to go.
Golden ticket.
That's Aaron Judge walking around the clubhouse going, I'm the only guy that's going to be here. Everybody else is going to be gone. Because the one thing about the Yankees is, look, they don't tolerate being this bad. And they're not just going to go into the offseason going, okay, a couple of lineup adjustments. No, it's time, and it's time to clean everything out and bring in what you need. Because Brian Cashman's a GM. As good as he was for most of his career, he's driven to the middle. He's no longer a guy that's going to make trades. He's afraid to trade any prospect because, God forbid, the guy goes someplace else and plays halfway decent. It's, hey, Cashman, how about I can't believe you traded that guy. He was so good. What'd you get back for him? He is afraid to trade when all they would do was trade prospects for great players, and it would work out because Yankee and Dodger prospects are valued more than any other prospects in baseball. But they stopped doing it. Aaron Boone, you can see all the games he's getting thrown out. You know they need new leadership there, but the players is also a big thing because some of these guys are going to try to buy out, move some salary because they need a complete overhaul. This Yankee team that you see in the spring is going to completely be unrecognizable from the Yankees you see right now. It's going to be 180 degrees top to bottom. GM, manager, scores of new players. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah, it's the curiosity of, how much you adapt to the changing rules of Major League Baseball. And while you can look at the Dodgers, and it's much the same, right? And Dave Roberts managing as he did, you didn't do a complete overhaul, but you adjust and certainly it's a lot of bullpen management and going out and getting Lynn ends up being a massive move through the first month of that relationship. Garrett Cole's got 10 wins in his 25 games that he's appeared, right? 18 starts. Clark Schmidt has 8 wins. He's 8-7, 25 starts. The next most wins by any pitcher for the Yankees is 5.
And that's Clemens. I mean, that's
now he's in. Yeah, now he's in George's box. But yeah, it's just a miserable thing. You got Garrett Cole with his 2.76 ERA looking around. What are we doing? Aaron Judge repeating the mantra that they've had. Quote, "We're not showing up." That's what it comes down to. We're not showing up when we need to, especially down the stretch. We got every opportunity to keep ourselves in the race. We're not capitalizing when we need to. Same thing. We talk about what the Dodgers are doing. They get them on, get them over, get them in. Yankees are hitting 231. The only team with a worse team batting average in Major League Baseball is the A's. And they don't care. Okay, they care because they still need contracts. But you get my point.
No, they're
in baseball Siberia at this
just
point.
like the Raiders. Hey, we're going to be moving. Everything is going to be fine.
Everything's going to be wonderful.
Gruden's going to come back and manage the team as they move from Oakland to Vegas. Everything's going to be fine.
But yeah, they're hitting 231 as a team. And when we look at into all the metrics, just a miserable run, runners in scoring position, hitting amongst the league's worst again with the A's and the Royals and those types of numbers. And then you get those kind of platitudes from Aaron Judge, which is they were saying that in June. They were saying that at the end of May, like, whatever, we'll turn it on, we'll get there. In August, you're in the AL East where the Orioles caught you, Blue Jays are good, Red Sox aren't a great team, but they're as good as you are and taxing you. I mean, you're not running away and hiding, and that's the one thing we've seen with the division owing all the way back to 96 and the change and all the prospects coming up in the run that they had and all the way through is even the last few years, they're a 90-win team every year, right? So the parallel of them and the Dodgers of, hey, you win a lot of regular season games, and then we're looking to what's the postseason? Because, right, that's all that matters when it comes to the Dodgers. Regular season is great. This streak is fantastic. Austin Barnes and the home run, all of this stuff, the chaos and heroes every night. But it's what are you doing in October? For the Yankees, the fact that October with 3 wild cards is the hope of that and the whisper of that is about as faint as Mets fans is a bad thing.
You know why? All that matters, listen,
Wham!
The Mets don't matter. Don't hit me over the head with that. The Jets have Aaron Rodgers. That's what matters. Did
you check your Twitter yet this morning?
Everything is fine. Oh, his calf. It's like everybody is waiting for stuff. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. It looked like his left pinky finger.
Buddy, that was just a callback to the start of what we were doing with your angst
if
about
Aaron
your
Rodgers
Twitter
needs
checking.
a calf, I will with my bare hands rip your calf out.
It's a pretty good calf.
And give it to him.
Might be able to carry him through. Would I get a ring
I'll
then?
Bite it off if I have to. I
had a dream that I had a wild animal do that the other night, though. I went out to Joshua Tree, and I had this whole thing, that scenario played up in my head that something could go bad while I'm sitting out and watching a meteor shower.
I will carry that calf like a giant turkey leg and bring it over to Aaron Rodgers and say, "Here, just put the calf in. Put the calf in." And my dad is very happy because his is the calf I would go to first, but now your calf is better. So
okay,
that's good. Yeah, he'll get to keep his, but I will do that. And don't think I won't.
No.
Don't think I won't.
You're carrying a giant knife and salivating as we speak.
I'm going to file my teeth right now if you think about it. Jason Smith, Mike Harmon in for Dan and the Dan. That's today. So there you go. Big stuff for the Dodgers and, unfortunately, big stuff for the Yankees.